oh my god, I'm a billboard of cliches. Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. I wanted to tell this during anniversary month, but since my anniversary doesn't take place until like halfway through the month, and then I had other stuff planned and ran out of time and etc, etc. So here we are, it's not anniversary month anymore, but this happened on my anniversary. So just a little like side note, backstory-ish. My parents' anniversary is a few days before mine and Cameron's, and so I texted my mom first thing on their anniversary, and her very favorite thing in the entire world is the Happy Anniversary song from the Flintstones, you know, the Happy Anniversary, Happy Anniversary. So I send that to her every year on their anniversary, and she sent back a picture of their ceiling with all of the like drywall from the ceiling puckered and wet. They had a water leak overnight. They got the water leak fixed. It was a faucet issue. PSA, if you have Kohler faucets that have the water lines like attached to the actual faucet, check on those after a few years because they will go bad after a while. Just throwing that out there. So my parents had like a really crappy start to their anniversary, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. And then I decided that I needed to top it. I leave for work at like 7. Well, I realized as I'm getting ready for work, I was like, man, I didn't run the dishwasher last night, and all of my coffee mugs, like my travel coffee mugs, are all dirty, and I don't want to hand wash it. This is like such a first world problem. I was like, I don't want to hand wash it. I could, but also I kind of just want to go by Starbucks. I kind of want to go and grab myself a strawberry acai lemonade because that's my very favorite thing in the entire world, and it's only going to be warm enough for a little while longer. So I was like, I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to just stop by on my way to work and grab one of those puppies. So, you know, could I have made my own coffee? Absolutely I could have, but I didn't. So I am on my way out the door, and I was like, let me put in a mobile order at the Starbucks that I have to go by on my way to work. They're sold out of the strawberry acai lemonade. Okay, I could just get something else, but I really want the strawberry acai lemonade. Okay, so I'll just go to a different Starbucks. Like there's one that's literally like right next to where I work. I could walk there once I get to my office, but I don't want to. I just want to pick it up because I'm being lazy. So I find another Starbucks that's also on the way, and I put in a mobile order there. All good. Go ahead, drive, get there. And this is a Starbucks that I used to go to. I used to live a lot closer to it, and I used to go to this one all the time. So I was like, oh, I know the back way into it. Haven't been there in a while. The back way is now like blocked off. So to get to it from where I was, I had to make a U-turn. And the U-turn was where everything went wrong. So it was a narrow road, and I mean, there was room to make the U-turn. I did it. But as I am making my U-turn, I wait for my green light. I have a green turn arrow and everything. So like, I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not cutting anyone off. The car that is to my left that wants to turn right on red, they go ahead and try to do that like as I am mid U-turn, and I couldn't quite make it because it was so tight. It was so tight, and I cut that wheel. I really tried. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like be that most awkward human being in the world and like back up in an intersection. I've never done that before in my entire life, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to. Well, I go to put my car in reverse, and I realize that this car has turned right, and they're like right behind me, and I can't go anywhere. And my codependent self, I panic, and I'm like, people are waiting on me. I have to just go. So I went, and I hit the curb. I hit the curb real good, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I hit it, and I just kept going, and my car came down off the curb, and I was like, oh my lord, I bet I scratched up the front end of my car so bad. I can't believe I just did that. I pull into the Starbucks, most cliche girl move in the history of the world. I hit a curb and then pull immediately into Starbucks. Like, oh my god, I'm a billboard of cliches. So I pull into the Starbucks, and I go walking up to the door I used to always go in, and wouldn't you know it, it's a pickup location only now, but you don't pick it up at the door anymore. So I'm like, I pull on the door, and I look like that idiot that like can't figure out how to pick up their food. So it's like a locked door, and I'm like, I yank on it, and I'm like, okay, clearly there's an issue. And then I realized that there's a girl like hanging her head out of a window. I was like, oh, there's a walk-up window. Okay, let me go over there. Hi, yes, it's a pickup for Meaghan. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And I take my giant acai, my giant pink billboard of stupidity, and I go get back in my car. And I told myself, I was like, I was less than a mile from work. So I was like, I'm just gonna get to work, and then I'm gonna assess the damage once I get there, because like I can't even bring myself to look at it right now. I don't want to know how bad my front end is messed up. I get in the car and I go to pull out, and as I put my car into drive, I realize something's wrong, and I'm like, it's not just the bumper. I didn't scratch the bumper. I popped my tire. Popped the tire. So I pull out of the parking lot, and I'm like on a main road. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to just like get off this main road. So I pull into a parking lot for like a Dairy Queen, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, okay, all right, let me look, because it was like just that little distance I went. I was like, I can't drive on this. I'm on the rim. I can tell it's bad. So I get out of the car and I walk out and I look at it and I'm like, yep, that's a problem. Intellectually, I know how to change a tire, but I've never actually done it alone. I've been there when they've been changed and like helped out, but I've never done it on my own. And I was wearing flip-flops, and these tires had never been changed. So I was like, these bolts are gonna be, or these lug nuts are gonna be on there so tight. Like there's no way that my little scrawny arms and my flip-flopped feet are gonna be able to change this tire. I guess I should start keeping like boots or something in my car in case I need to do some manual labor on the side of the road. So I got in the car and I called Cameron and I was like, hi, good morning. I know you just woke up, but I popped my tire. And he said, you what? I said, I'm more mad at myself than you could possibly be. What do you want me to do about it? I said, because we live kind of close. He was like maybe 10 or 15 minutes away. So I was like, do you want to come and help me change it, or do you want me to call, with my insurance, we have like roadside assistance through USAA. So I was like, do you want me to just call them and have them come do it, or do you want to come and help me? And he was like, I'll be right there. So he came and he was able to help me get it changed. What did y'all get each other for your anniversary? Tires. We bought tires. I mean, I got this car in 2020, so the tires had like 45,000 miles on them. It was probably almost time to replace them anyway, so we went ahead and got a full set, which was just exactly what we wanted to do on a Thursday. Car's looking spiffy, and I am avoiding any and all curbs from here on out. I will not be making any U-turns. And my sister, whose anniversary was a week after ours, we told her to just stay inside and don't go anywhere. Don't turn on any faucets, don't drive a car, don't do anything, just stare at a wall until the end of the day. And she made it through unscathed, so bad luck was over with us. So that's it for today. That's just another example of Meaghan being a hot mess. I think that's just what my channel is now. It's a Disney sometimes when we're not in the middle of a strike, and then other times it's just, how have I embarrassed myself today? Have you caused damage to your car, gotten a flat tire or something like that while doing something stupid, like just driving over a curb because you panicked? Let me know down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all. Why am I standing like this? I just realized that I've been standing like a flamingo for half of this. What is wrong with me?